Hi everyone, welcome to my final vlog, and today I'm going to be talking about my final performance that I did at my showcase to present our piece as what we did. I'm going to be going through how well it went, what we did, and how presentable we actually made it. Did we do a good job, or do I feel like there was many places we could have improved on? Well, let's find out. So, what was the final performance actually like? To be honest, it went really well. I did everything right, and not only that, all my other colleagues as well did really well, and I'm really pleased for them as well. We have been doing this for ages, and we've tried and put so much hard work in it, and seeing that result was really something. And at that time it was a blast, because we have done nothing like this before, and yet we've just smashed out the park. We didn't mess up, and it was such a great job. So how did we prepare for a very big kind of piece such as that? A lot of pressure and a lot of difficult moves we have to memorize in choreography in front of a big group of audience. Well, things that I did was calm breathing, breathing techniques, all stuff like that, just to help me calm down a bit, because it's a stressful situation, and doing stuff like that really does help me out. Other things as well we did was exercises, so star jumps, just trying to get the blood moving, blood pumping, so then we won't maybe get an injury, we'll get less stiff. Overall, just help our situation a lot more. With also the matter of the fact of vocal exercises, because although we did a lot of movement, there was still vocal asides of frantic assembly we still had to do. I had a couple of speeches, as I've presented in my other vlogs, and obviously if I messed up, that wouldn't look very good on my grade, neither or on the performance to the audience. It should ruin the experience, which isn't very good. So vocal experiences, just like saying something. So one of them was chicken tikka masala with a pint of lager, and you'd go say that in different kind of speeds. You'd go faster, slower. Normally it just gradually gets faster and faster and faster, to the point you know what you're doing and your voice has been properly warmed up. So those are some of the stuff we did prepare on. And now, what were our strengths? Well, one of them was we got all of our lines right. We didn't mess up, we didn't have to go off script. We got every single line bang on perfect, which I'm really happy about. So we've been practicing those lines for ages, we've been stressing about them, but nonetheless, we've revised them to a point where we managed to get them all done, out the way, and perfect. So I am really pleased about that. So we did extremely well, especially as a group. So the next one were our confidence as well, and I feel like at the beginning our confidence was a bit iffy, but as we just kind of gradually got the hang of it, kept doing it, we started to have a really good understanding of our piece, and because of that also we've just got it clicked, and then ever since then we've just been doing it and doing it and doing it, and we've just felt more and more confident every time we've done it. So I'm really happy about that. The next one was understanding of the piece as well, because sometimes it's not easy to understand what we're doing, because obviously this piece is abstract, and because of an abstract piece it's up to interpretation. This can lead to many people being confused about what are we doing and how do I express how or what we're doing to the audience. And obviously it's a very difficult one, but I feel like at the end of the day everyone knew what they were doing and had a very good understanding of what they thought they were doing in this piece. Also, the last one is we really put in emotion, and that's a really difficult thing with abstract movement, because obviously yes we are talking, but more of this is abstract movement, and the way we moved, we had to portray it to create a certain emotion to the audience, and that's something we certainly did, and I'm really pleased about that. The way we moved, the way our body language, it really did tell the story to the audience, which I feel like we expressed extremely well, and I could have not been more happier about it and how it went. But at the end of the day, there were still areas of improvement, and those things are what I would like to go through, which one of them were quick changes. So when at the beginning we had our table scenes, me at the front sitting in chairs, once that scene is done, blackout, and we have to get rid of everything. problem is there's a lot of stuff to get rid of and we have to do it quickly. And these things aren't light, I'll tell you that. So, although it was fast, better than our last ones, it still wasn't exactly up to the expectation where you would think that is perfect. It was just okay, which I feel like we could have improved on that one, and I definitely feel like there were room just to practice, just getting everything out and then getting back on with everything on. So next one was choreography at the end. So in the end we introduced a new part of it, which I talked in one of my last vlogs, and it was about how we got lights. Now we've changed it since the last video, and what we had to do, we had to step over the lights. And when we did that, there wasn't exactly a certain time, because normally in chorus and ensemble, we hear the tick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But every time they tick, we would do a certain action. In that kind of haste of trying to add new things, we didn't exactly count that in. So we had to do a lot of guesswork where everyone was going to land. Although it wasn't actually too bad and we all did it at a fairly similar rate, it could have been a lot improved, and it could have looked so much nicer if we just say, right, we're just going to put this on the second one, or when it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then we'll do it. That would look much more appropriate. Next thing is clothing as well. Although I wore the correct clothing, some other people didn't, merely because they forgot, because we're all human at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, but it would have looked absolutely amazing if we all had a similar dress on, or just a similar clothing. So, what would you do differently? Well, I think we did a really good job, but there were obviously just rooms for improvement. Something I would say is I think we should have gotten all the same clothing. So like exact dead on same clothing, not like similar clothing, like we've got the exact same black shirt, exact same black trousers, fine with shoes, just something a bit darker, but same clothing. If that was done, you can really see that we're all simultaneous and unanimous, and it kind of presents a sort of we're neat and organised to the audience, making it seem more professional and more kind of engaging as well at the same time. We could have done quicker changes as well. I would have done some extra practicing on just getting in, getting out, blackouts, practicing that. We've also just have better lights as well. Because obviously at the beginning with our new scenes, we had to pull out our phones and turn on the lights, and then we had to walk forward. Some people actually forgot their light, which is a bit of a problem. Really not many, and it wasn't that much of a big deal that it actually was. And even then, mine didn't turn on when I put it down, which was a bit of a problem. But it did turn on, which eventually made everything okay. But I would add, if we just had a different type of lighting, or a lighting which wasn't our phone, we would have remembered, and it would have been so much easier, and there would just been no faults. But that's what I would have done differently. We've also audience feedback. What did the audience think of it? They actually thought it was a really impressive piece. Some did get a bit confused, because obviously it's abstract and they have every right to be. Sometimes they just don't understand what they're trying to visualise. But many of them really enjoyed it and had a good understanding of their own visual aspect of it. So even the audience was very pleased with our performance, that we did work really hard. So how did this make me feel? Well, I was happy that this experience was over, to be honest. Not in a bad way, saying that I hated it, but more in a sense that everyone deserved a good grade there, because we worked so hard, and I'm just glad, well, we did it, we got it out of the way. That's it, it's done. And overall, we did a very, very good job. I'd also like the fact is also I've learnt a lot of new performing arts techniques, such as chair duets, round by through, chorus and ensemble, hymns hands, many like that. And I didn't even know before we started doing these vlogs and this performance, and due to that I feel like that really helped me in my performing arts journey, and such as these small techniques can really further my kind of knowledge and understanding of performing arts itself. I had a lot of teamwork was needed in this piece, and I feel like I was there, and I really did present myself as a really good leader, and other people did as well. I think everyone presented themselves as a really good leader, giving each other's really good ideas and how we can portray our piece and make it even better. and at the end of the day, everyone put in their fair share of teamwork, including me, and we all did such a great job and knocked out the park. So, where was Frantic Assembly used? Where do we use Frantic Assembly? Well, Frantic Assembly is very known for their use of movement. Every single movement that we did was normally linked to Frantic Assembly due to the fact that Frantic Assembly is very good at making movement to portray emotions or portray a scene, which is what we tried to do there, linking back to Frantic Assembly. I'd also like to use the fact of minimalistic props. We didn't exactly have a massive budget on props or anything. We only used a very limited amount, to which we normally just use chairs, paper, and literally tables. That is more or less it, and even there we got rid of the tables. So that really does go to show another feature that links to Frantic Assembly. We've also another one. With also another one, I would argue I'd argue, because of this, what I would argue is I have developed in a sense that now I'm really good under pressure and the ability to get things done under a deadline, because the time we had wasn't exactly the longest in the world and it wasn't exactly the easiest thing in the world. So the fact that we got it done, I'm really happy about, because it was not easy at all and the trek was long, but we did it. At the end of the day, everyone did their part and we did such a great job, and I'm so happy to be sitting here now and saying, yep, we did a good job and everyone did their part. So I thank you for watching these vlogs, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, as this is my final one. I'll see you then. Goodbye.